back, class 9. In our online class today, I will be starting with chapter 11, the modern age in Europe. So this chapter, it's not like it's depicted, but kindly see in your syllabus this the last chapter, such as Reformation, Renaissance, and Industrial Revolution, is compiled into one category only. So in the same way, I have also compiled in one category, but today I will be just dealing with Renaissance, okay, in detail account. So let's proceed further. Now, as I say this, let's talk about concept in module. We will be discussing about Renaissance, and second and third we will be discussing subsequent. In this Renaissance chapter, we need to understand what is the definition of Renaissance and what are the causes of Renaissance in new trade routes as well as invention of printing press. There are numerous causes, but in your syllabus we will be learning about two reasons, okay, reasons or causes, in causes for the new trade routes as well as invention. And now we will be learning about this impact of Renaissance on art, literature, and science. And let's understand who are the propounders, such as the Leonardo da Vinci, William Shakespeare, and Copernicus. So today we will be learning about this one, Renaissance, okay. So what do you mean by Renaissance? As in the definition in your book is all, the definition is also there. It simply talks about rebirth. So rebirth is the short meaning of Renaissance. Now coming forward to the definition, the term Renaissance is derived from a Latin word renaissance. It is derived from a Latin word renascing. It means that rebirth, and it is used to describe the rebirth of thought and learning of Greco-Roman classic. Okay, so you need to understand that it implies rebirth. It implies rebirth, and it is used to describe rebirth of what? Thought of learning, thought, thought of learning thought of learning of Greco-Roman classic, and other one is revival of art and growth of humanism. This one becomes thought of learning. Number two is revival of art, and the third one is growth of humanism. So, totally, Renaissance means, it is derived from a Latin word, Renaissance, and it implies rebirth, and it used to describe the rebirth of thought of learning and the revival of art and the rebirth or the growth of humanism. So Italy was a center for Renaissance, but it gradually spread to the other parts of Europe, such as France, England, Germany, Switzerland, leading to a political, social, economic expansion of Europe. So previous, like in main thing, Renaissance was Italy was the center of Renaissance, and gradually, when time passed on, this Renaissance spread to other parts of the world, such as Europe, France, England, Germany, and Switzerland, and that automatically led to political, social, economic expansion of the Europe. So, what are the causes of Renaissance? There are multiple causes of Renaissance, okay, but let's understand this one: new trade routes, okay. The Turkish invention made trade in Eastern Mediterranean too risky. There was a Turkish invention, okay, that Constantinople, about certain things, like they invaded the Eastern Mediterranean, and the route that was very risky. With the result, what happened? New trade routes to India and East were felt to come in force. Means emerged. New trade routes emerged, okay. Henry the Navigator, or Royal Portuguese, became a pioneer in the field of geographical exploration. So he started school for navigators, okay. Henry the Navigator started the school. In that school, what the school taught, the sailor were taught how to make use of marine compass and astrolabe, and many voyages were undertaken by his sailor along the coastline of West Africa. So, when the new trade route emerged, what happened? The school of navigators were established, and in that school what were taught, the sailors were taught how to use marine compass, etc. And under that many voyages were taken, okay, by the development or by the emergence of new trade routes. Now, the number second one is invention of printing press. In the middle 15th century, the invention of printing press played a very vital role in enlightening the people. Why? I enlightening people came to know about far and near places. People came to know about far and near place. So that's why people came to know about far and near place, and what happened means they exchanged ideas, and so on and so forth, and people thus became enlightened on religious grounds too. It enabled to produce large number of books, okay. Books were printed in large numbers, and printing became an important business, and books began to be printed in large number on every subject, okay. If the printing press is there, then the people started to learn about different subjects, and the books became very much important, and the business proliferated, and lots of books were published. They were purchased in large number by merchants, the middle classes who wanted to improve themselves intellectually. That the middle class people also wanted to improve them intellectually, and they wanted to buy so many of books, and they purchased a lot number of books, okay. Printing helped the scholars in scientific research and enabled them to exchange ideas more effectively. What it printing helps scholars to do a research and make an assumption about different things, okay, and enable them to exchange ideas more effectively. The Holy Bible and many other religious or classic books were printed and made available in Europe. So this was the major things that in the invention of printing press helped. It changed the thinking pattern of people wanted to become very intellect and learn different things of different subjects, and people started to buy more and more books in order to refresh them intellectually. On that time, different classical novels, different religious books, the Holy Bible were also printed, and it was made all over the Europe. So now we will be learning about third part, that is impact of Renaissance. We are talking about impact of Renaissance on art, impact of Renaissance and literature, and impact of Renaissance on science. Let's understand one by one. So impact on art means we will be discussing different field of arts, that is music, drama and painting. Let's see how Renaissance, European Renaissance, saw its greatest impact in the field of arts. In music was an important aspect of entertainment in Europe during Renaissance period. It is said that voyagers like Vasco da Gama came into contact with native playing of flute in instrument. Also, the explorer also interacted with the natives by carrying drums and trumpets. It's very simple to understand. Papacy favored religious music than a secular music. Okay, so you need to search about who is papacy, and so different things, okay. So music was also included in university curriculum, okay. Imagine at that period of time, music was so much hyped in Europe, and it was also included in curriculum, okay. And consequently, most graduates had some knowledge of music. Lute was a common musical instrument among school children. Music accompanied by dance became regular feature of religious ceremony in Spain and Italy. In this lute, when in the beginning of the slide, there is one girl playing an instrument that is in the middle. In the middle of there are three images I have given. In the girl which is playing the one instrument that is called lute, you just absorb it, okay. Now music was accompanied by dance, and they become that music as well as dance become a regular features in ceremonies in Spain and Italy. And Now, drama. Let's talk about drama. Drama was another source of pleasure. Okay, drama included monologues and street plays. You know about street play. Let's understand what is monologue. So, this monologues is a long speech by one actor, one actor in a play or a film monologue. Okay, so at that period of time, drama included street plays as well as monologues. King had their own troupe of actors, means class of actors, which entertained a guest in weddings, and dummies were used sometimes. Kings and prince like Emperor Maximilian and son also took part in the dramas. So it was very much hyped in drama, was very much included, and people love to see the drama. Till now also, that drama has converted into cinemas, and we love watching movies, right? So at that period of time, TVs were not there, but they had a certain way of entertaining themselves in the form of drama, etc., music, dance, etc. So now the painting. Let's talk about painting. What it influenced humanistic movement. Okay, it influenced humanistic movement, and therefore emphasis was placed on human and divinity. So divinity means God. Okay, and now the painting that used to did talk about humans and divinity, of God, was placed in a topmost hierarchy. Both secular and religious themes could be seen in Renaissance painting. Now, you know about what is religious themes. Let's understand what is secular. Secular means not religious, which is worldly, temporal, that talks about society, etc. Okay, worldly, both secular as well as non-secular, secular as well as religious themes popped up, and people started to draw those kind of things. Secular themes included historical events, human life, and battle between human virtues and vice, means good or bad, and diplomatic relations spread in Italian ideas all over Europe. So, painting, this one, painting, drama, and music also had a greater impact at Renaissance period. It changed, everything changed, people thinking pattern changed, people enjoyment pattern changed, everything changed. Okay, so in sculptures also, sculptures means like this kind of things. Okay, two most important sculptures of this period were Donatello and Bronze, who drew the inspiration from ancient sculptures. So the impact of Renaissance on literature. Now this one is number two, impact of Renaissance in literature. Renaissance in Europe led to the revival of learning. As in the beginning of my slide, I have talked about rebirth of revival of learning. The main feature of impact of literature was the discovery of study of ancient classical literature in Latin. The monasteries had preserved the classical manuscripts, and they were a school of learning. The most significant impact of Renaissance was use of local language instead of Latin. England produced number of writers, poets, dramatists of repute. Geoffrey Chaucer, father of English poetry, the Canterbury Tales is his outstanding work. Utopia, written by Thomas More about ideal island in America. Famous writers were Francis Bacon, William Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, and Marlowe. Paradise Lost is an immortal work of Milton. Edmund Spenser wrote the poem Fair Queen. Now these are the certain writers, name of writers, poets who changed the literature of Europe. So Renaissance impacted a lot in revival of learn. Different kinds of genre of writing was started. Okay, so these are the most famous work done by famous writers at that period of time. Now science. And now science also got popularity at Renaissance period. Astrology gained importance during Renaissance. Astrologers were patronized by the rulers and wealthy. Like astrologers were used by kings and the queens and the wealthy people to know about the to make their life better. Still now also we have a certain faith on astrology because it talks about your science, and it is quite scientific in nature. Their advice, whose advice? Astrologer advice were taken after it was known as planetary position affecting human, means the position of planets do affect the mentality, well-being, emotional, physical well-being of the people. So this one, the advice that were given by astrologers were taken. Magic gained popularity among underprivileged who sought magical remedies as a solution to their problems. Now magic also, superstitious magic also gained popularity because those people, those not so wealthy people also wanted to change their problem, okay, once also wanted to solve their problem, and they started to believe on magic. In magic also, in medicine, discoveries of how blood circulated in the body was found and debated. Leonardo da Vinci contributed to science by making an anatomical drawings and models. The microscope was invented during this period. So we got so many different things in the period of 15th and 16th century of Renaissance, okay. So science also was impacted. We got microscope, we got different anatomical models or drawings by Leonardo Vinci. And then Vinci at that period of time, blood how blood was circulated in human body was also uh, debated or talked. And more importantly, magic, astrology became a source of income for people. Now we have talked about Leonardo Vinci, okay. We need to understand why Leonardo da Vinci is very important in Renaissance period. Leonardo da Vinci is one of the most intriguing personalities in the history of Western art. Trained in Florence as a painter and sculptor in the workshop of Andrea di Veloci, um, Leonardo is also also celebrated for his scientific contribution. He also made scientific contribution. He has certain curiosity of an insatiable hunger for knowledge never left him. He was constantly observing, experimenting, and inventing, and drawing. Drawing was as a tool for recording his investigation in nature. And some of the notable works are the Last Supper and the Mona Lisa out here, okay. His painting is this one, and it is world class, and it has a highest reputation till now. So Leonardo da Vinci's contribution has changed the whole narratives in Europe, and he has just given a major contribution in the Renaissance period also. Now I know you have heard about William Shakespeare, okay. William Shakespeare is considered as a great English poet, actor, and playwright, and he has for more than 450 years Shakespeare writings was celebrated, and still now it has been celebrated. And the notable work is like Romeo Juliet, tragedies like Macbeth, Othello, and comedies like As You Like It, Merchant of Venice are there. Yeah, I know you have heard about these words in English literature. So these are other extra details that you need to read and write, okay. So these are the works of William Shakespeare. And Nicholas Copernicus was a mathematician and astronomer who proposed that sun was a stationary in the center of the universe and earth revolved around it. So Nicholas Copernicus is that mathematician and astronomer. He said, he gave that earth revolves around the sun. So like he also has given a lot of contribution in lot of contribution towards the world and in science also. Now these are the extra work that he did. So why we are studying about these three famous personalities? Because at that period of time only, these the mentality changed and the rebirth took place as people were rebirth took place in learning. as numerous people come together and gave their idea about how it how there should be a change of attitude, and the growth of humanism took place. So this is your Renassa, and I have completed the whole chapter. Please compile your notes and start solving your question answers related, just related to the topic which I have discussed. Okay, so please submit your work on time also. Till then, stay safe and take care.